I'm Dr. David Lee, a men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience treating sexual dysfunction in older adults. I've helped thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s restore their confidence, energy, and bedroom performance. Not with invasive procedures or potentially risky pills, but with safe, medically sound strategies backed by real science. And today, I want to share something most men have never heard. A common vitamin, often associated with women's health, is actually one of the most powerful allies we have in restoring male performance. Why? Because it doesn't just help with blood flow, it fundamentally supports nitric oxide production, artery flexibility, testosterone health, and even cellular energy levels. The best part? This isn't some fleeting gimmick. It's real, it's simple, and it's something you can begin working on today naturally. Before we go any further, if you haven't already, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. It's the best way to ensure you never miss a science-backed health tip designed specifically for men navigating life after 60. Your health journey matters, and we're here to support it. And if this message resonates with you right now, type 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't quite hit home, type 0. Your honest feedback is invaluable. It helps me understand your needs better and bring you the guidance that truly makes a difference. Now that you understand the promise behind this powerful vitamin, let's peel back the layers and start with the root of the problem. Why erections naturally weaken after 60? It's not just about hormones fading or desire dimming. The real issue runs deeper, lying within the very highways of your body, your blood vessels. And it all starts with how your body ages, silently, from the inside out. 1. Why erections get weaker after 60? It's not what you think. Picture this scene. Countless men have sat across from me in my office, frustration etched on their faces, eyes often cast down, asking some variation of the same heartfelt question. Doc, why does this keep happening? Why can't I perform like I used to? What they mean, of course, is that firmness is elusive, reliability is a memory, and sometimes the spark just doesn't ignite at all. Many resign themselves, believing it's simply the cruel but inevitable tax of getting older, a natural decline they must silently endure. But here's the fundamental truth I wish every man over 60 understood. Aging is only part of the story. The primary battleground lies within your vascular system, the intricate network of arteries and veins that carry life-giving blood. As the years pass, our arteries, particularly the incredibly delicate microvessels responsible for supplying blood to the penis, undergo changes. They become less flexible, more prone to inflammation, and susceptible to tiny blockages. Think of them like old garden hoses, stiff, narrowed, and less responsive. These microvessels are exquisitely sensitive. Even a slight reduction in blood flow, something you might not notice anywhere else, can drastically undermine sexual performance. Compounding this is the slow, silent accumulation of oxidative stressor damage caused by free radicals and a gradual buildup of microscopic damage within the vessel walls themselves. It's a perfect storm brewing inside, often unnoticed until performance falters. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine consistently highlights this vascular component as the predominant physiological factor in age-related erectile dysfunction, ED, far outweighing pure hormonal decline in many cases. And yet, here's where the story takes a profoundly hopeful turn. Those very same biological changes that make erections more difficult are also highly responsive to the right kind of nutritional support. It's not about patching up symptoms. It's about addressing the core vascular issue. And that's precisely where this overlooked vitamin, often forgotten by men, steps into the spotlight as one of our most potent tools. 2. The forgotten vitamin powering male vitality, folic acid, vitamin B9. I recall vividly the first time I delved into the research. A compelling study, not from some obscure journal but reputable sources, linked a vitamin one most men instinctively associate with prenatal supplements for women to measurable, significant improvements in male sexual performance. Frankly, my initial reaction was skepticism. Folic acid? For men's erections? It seemed counterintuitive, but as a scientist and physician, I dug deeper. The evidence was robust, replicated, and impossible to ignore. This wasn't fringe science. It was solid, clinical research that fundamentally shifted how I approach care for my older male patients. That vitamin is folic acid, also known as vitamin B9. Most men have never given it a second thought. You won't see it hyped in flashy commercials for male enhancement. Yet, it plays a vital, non-negotiable role in the core biological processes that determine whether you can achieve and, crucially, maintain an erection. This tiny, water-soluble nutrient is essential for fundamental bodily functions: cell growth and repair, DNA synthesis, and the formation of healthy red blood cells. But for our focus on male vitality, its impact on the vascular system is paramount. It directly influences how blood flows throughout your body, especially to those critical, sensitive areas during moments of intimacy. I've witnessed men in their late 60s and 70s, men with plenty of desire but bodies that simply wouldn't cooperate. When we identified and corrected their folic acid deficiency, the transformation was often remarkable. Energy levels rebounded, a quiet confidence returned, relationships shifted positively. Why? Because folic acid doesn't just target performance in isolation. It supports the entire underlying system that performance utterly depends on: your circulation. What truly sets folic acid apart, however, is its specific and powerful mechanism concerning your blood vessel health, particularly through its relationship with a troublesome molecule you've likely never heard of. This relationship is the real key to unlocking stronger erections. 3. Folic acid and blood flow, the lifeline of every erection. In my consultations with men over 60, I always return to one undeniable physiological truth: without robust blood flow, there is no erection. Period. Not a weak one, not a fleeting one, none at all. It doesn't matter if your testosterone levels are decent or your desire is strong. If the blood can't rush in efficiently and stay there, the mechanism fails. This is why folic acid's role is so critical, far more than most men realize. The crucial link is a molecule in your blood called homocysteine. Elevated homocysteine levels are like silent sandpaper grating against the delicate inner lining, endothelium, of your arteries. This damage makes the arteries stiffer, less elastic, and significantly more prone to developing plaque, atherosclerosis. And guess which arteries suffer first and most profoundly? Those tiny, crucial ones feeding the penis. They're the canaries in the coal mine for vascular health. Time and again in my clinic, I see the pattern: men with chronically low folic acid levels frequently have elevated homocysteine. And these same men invariably report greater difficulty achieving and sustaining firm erections. The good news? Folic acid is a primary methyl donor. It helps convert homocysteine into a harmless, useful amino acid, methionine, effectively lowering homocysteine levels in the bloodstream. By doing this, folic acid protects your arteries from this insidious damage, promoting flexibility and allowing blood to flow more freely. Research, such as that reviewed in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, has consistently shown that folic acid supplementation effectively reduces homocysteine levels. This means when arousal strikes, when the signal is sent, your vascular system is primed to respond. Blood can surge into the erectile tissue rapidly and completely. When blood flow is restored, everything changes. Erections become stronger, last longer, and confidence naturally rebuilds. I've had patients, men who genuinely believed they were beyond help, look at me weeks later and say, "Doc, I feel like I've turned back the clock 10 or 20 years. That's not hyperbole. It's the profound physical reality of restoring vascular function. And what folic acid does next is even more remarkable. It directly boosts the very molecule that acts as the on switch for an erection. 4. Folic acid's secret weapon: boosting nitric oxide, the erection molecule. If there's one single molecule that acts as the master conductor for an erection, it's nitric oxide, NO. Not testosterone, not adrenaline, nitric oxide. It's the invisible spark, the essential chemical signal that triggers the cascade leading to every firm, lasting erection you've ever experienced. Without sufficient NO, the process stalls. With it optimized, the potential for vitality returns. This is where folic acid reveals one of its most potent and underappreciated roles. I remember explaining this to Robert, a patient in his early 70s. His confidence was shattered. Intimacy with his wife had dwindled to almost nothing. He tried various approaches, feeling increasingly hopeless. When I explained that a simple, safe vitamin could significantly enhance his body's natural production of this crucial erection molecule, he looked at me with a mix of disbelief and cautious hope. The science, however, is clear and compelling. Folic acid is vital for supporting the function of the endothelial nitric oxide synthase, ENOS, enzyme system. This system resides in the inner lining of your blood vessels and is responsible for producing nitric oxide. Folic acid helps ensure this enzyme functions optimally. The nitric oxide produced then acts as a powerful signal, instructing the smooth muscle in the penile arteries to relax and widen, vasodilation. This allows blood to rush in rapidly and abundantly, creating the erection. Here's the critical point. Nitric oxide is exactly what prescription drugs like Viagra, sildenafil, and Cialis, tadalafil, ultimately target. These PDE5 inhibitors work by preserving the nitric oxide that's already there, preventing its breakdown. Folic acid, however, helps your body produce more nitric oxide naturally in the first place. It's working upstream, supporting your body's innate mechanism without forcing anything artificial or introducing common side effects like headaches, flushing, or vision changes. For many men, restoring folic acid levels means experiencing firmer, more spontaneous erections, ones that feel authentic and reliable, not chemically induced. When that happens, the psychological shift is profound. The constant worry subsides, the hesitation fades, and you start genuinely feeling like yourself again in those intimate moments. But folic acid's benefits extend far beyond the immediate mechanics of an erection. It supports the broader foundation of male vitality. 5. Beyond blood flow, testosterone, fertility, and cellular energy. When men confide in me about performance concerns, testosterone inevitably surfaces quickly. Doc, is it my T levels? And yes, testosterone matters immensely. It fuels your libido, muscle strength, overall mood, and that fundamental sense of masculine vitality. But what many men don't grasp is how deeply interconnected testosterone is with other bodily systems, and how nutrients like folic acid provide quiet, foundational support to this entire framework. Consider Mark, a patient of mine at 64. He walked in looking defeated, saying, "Doc, I don't even feel like a man anymore. My get up and go got up and went. I'm tired all the time. My focus is shot." He wasn't just describing low testosterone. He was describing the slow unraveling of multiple interconnected systems starved of essential support. Rebuilding required a holistic approach, and folic acid was a cornerstone. Here's how folic acid supports the bigger picture of male health: energy production and oxygen delivery. Folic acid is crucial for creating healthy red blood cells. These cells are the oxygen trucks of your body, delivering vital fuel to your muscles, including the heart, brain, and reproductive organs. Low folic acid can mean fatigue, weakness, and brain fog, symptoms that drain your vitality and indirectly impact sexual desire and performance. Studies link folate status directly to reduced fatigue and improved energy metabolism. Nervous system and mood. Folic acid plays a key role in synthesizing neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. This includes serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood, focus, motivation, and yes, sexual desire. Deficiency can contribute to low mood and lack of drive. Testosterone production and sperm health. Within the testes, where testosterone is produced and sperm are generated, folic acid is essential for healthy cell division, spermatogenesis, and protecting against oxidative stress. Oxidative stress can damage testicular cells and gradually impair testosterone synthesis. Research, including findings in fertility and sterility, suggests folate is vital for male fertility and healthy sperm parameters, which are linked to overall gonadal health even beyond fertility years. Homocysteine and hormonal balance. Remember that damaging homocysteine? Chronically high levels aren't just bad for arteries. They can also create systemic inflammation and oxidative stress that negatively impact hormone production and balance throughout the body. The result? When men restore optimal folic acid levels, they often report feeling sharper mentally, more driven, less fatigued, and yes, more connected to their fundamental sense of masculinity. Their vitality returns not because of a magic bullet, but because their body's core systems are finally receiving the nutritional support they desperately need to function optimally. But here's the catch. Even if you think you eat well, you might still be deficient. 6. How to get enough folic acid. The safe, doctor-recommended way. One of the most common and encouraging questions I get after explaining folic acid's benefits is, "Okay, doc, I'm convinced. How do I start?" I love this question because it signals readiness to take positive action. However, getting enough folic acid effectively isn't just about grabbing the first supplement bottle you see. It's about understanding bioavailability, absorption, and doing it safely. Natural food sources. Folic acid, folate in its natural form, is found abundantly in leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, collard greens, romaine lettuce, think deep green color, legumes, lentils, black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, other vegetables and fruits, asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, avocado, beets, oranges, papaya, fortified foods. Many breads, cereals, and pastas in the US and other countries are fortified with folic acid. Check the label. The reality for men over 60. Here's the sobering truth I see constantly in practice. Most older men, even those who eat reasonably well, are not getting enough folate from diet alone. Why? Digestive efficiency declines. As we age, our stomach acid production often decreases, and our gut's ability to absorb nutrients, including B vitamins like folate, can become less efficient. Medication interference. Common medications for older adults can deplete or interfere with folate absorption. These include acid-reducing drugs, PPIs like omeprazole, H2 blockers, cholesterol-lowering bile acid sequestrants, certain anti-seizure medications like phenytoin, and even long-term use of aspirin or NSAIDs. Cooking losses. Folate is sensitive to heat and light. Cooking can destroy a significant portion of the folate in foods. Increased needs. Underlying health conditions common with age, like chronic inflammation or kidney issues, can increase the body's demand for folate. The supplement solution. Given these challenges, I often recommend a high-quality B-complex supplement or a dedicated folic acid supplement for men over 60 experiencing low energy, circulation issues, or declining performance. Look for form. Folic acid is the common synthetic form used in supplements and fortification. L-methylfolate, 5-MTHF, is the active, bioavailable form that bypasses potential metabolic issues some people have converting folic acid. For many, especially older adults, L-methylfolate can be a more reliable choice. Dosage. The standard recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for adult men is 400 micrograms mcg of dietary folate equivalents, DFE. However, in clinical settings addressing vascular health, homocysteine reduction, or specific deficiencies, higher doses, e.g., 800 micrograms to 1 milligram of folic acid or equivalent L-methylfolate, are commonly and safely used under medical guidance. Crucially, do not megadose, e.g., 1 milligram daily without specific medical supervision, especially if you have a history of cancer. Synergy. Folic acid works best with its B vitamin partners, especially vitamin B12, cobalamin. Deficiency in B12 can mask folate deficiency and vice versa. Taking them together is essential. Vitamin C also helps protect folate and supports its function. A good B-complex that includes B12, B6, and sometimes C is often ideal. Dr. David Lee's advice. Start with a good diet rich in folate sources, but be realistic. Given the absorption challenges and common medication interactions after 60, a supplement is often necessary. Choose a reputable brand. Consider the active form, L-methylfolate. Ensure it includes B12, and stick to sensible doses. 400 to 800 micrograms DFE equivalent is a common range. Most importantly, discuss this with your physician. They can check your B12 and folate status, blood tests. Assess your homocysteine level if appropriate, review your medications for interactions, and provide personalized guidance. Consistency is key. Make it part of your daily routine. The beauty of addressing folic acid goes beyond immediate bedroom benefits. Its positive impact ripples outwards, profoundly influencing your long-term health and how you age. 7. The ripple effect. Heart health, brain power, and longevity. One of the core principles I emphasize to my patients is this. When a nutrient is good for your heart, it's almost invariably good for your sexual health. The vascular system connects them intimately. Folic acid exemplifies this powerful connection perfectly. While we've focused on its role in restoring erections through improved penile blood flow and supporting testosterone pathways, the truly remarkable aspect is how far-reaching its benefits extend for overall well-being in men over 60. Heart health champion. Folic acid's ability to lower homocysteine isn't just good for penile arteries. It's vital for your entire cardiovascular system. Elevated homocysteine is a recognized independent risk factor for heart disease. By reducing it, folic acid helps reduce inflammation within blood vessel walls, decrease the risk of harmful plaque buildup, atherosclerosis, improve overall artery elasticity and function, lower the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Major studies, including meta-analyses published in journals like The Lancet, have demonstrated the cardiovascular protective effects of folic acid supplementation, particularly in populations without mandatory fortification or with high baseline homocysteine. For men over 60, this isn't just about performance. It's about life-saving protection. Brain guardian. Cognitive health is a major concern with aging. Folic acid plays a critical role in brain function. It supports the production of neurotransmitters essential for mood and focus, like serotonin and dopamine. Crucially, it helps regulate homocysteine in the brain. High levels are linked to cognitive decline, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease. Adequate folate intake is consistently associated with better memory, sharper cognitive function, and a reduced risk of age-related mental decline. Men like Robert often report that brain fog lifting isn't just a bonus. It's transformative for daily life. Longevity and cellular defense. Folic acid acts as a potent antioxidant, helping your body combat oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by free radicals that accelerates aging. By protecting DNA and cellular integrity, folate supports healthier skin, a stronger immune system, more resilient energy production, and overall healthier aging. It contributes to the fundamental processes that help you not just live longer, but live better with more vitality and resilience. Addressing a folic acid deficiency is an investment in your comprehensive health span. It strengthens the very foundation that supports not only sexual vitality but also a sharp mind, a strong heart, and a resilient body as you navigate your later decades. This holistic impact is why it's such a powerful tool. And when you combine it strategically with other key nutrients, the synergy can be even more powerful. 8. Real talk. Why this truly matters after 60. Let's be honest. There comes a point in a man's life, often around 60 or beyond, where the mirror reflects changes you can't ignore. Maybe it's the weight that clings more stubbornly, the energy that dips lower by mid-afternoon, or perhaps most poignantly, that quiet erosion of confidence when something as fundamental as intimacy feels like it's slipping away. I've sat across from hundreds of men in this exact place. You can feel the weight of their frustration, the undercurrent of disappointment, sometimes even shame, behind their words. But let me share something fundamental I've learned after 30 years dedicated to men's health. Sexuality after 60 isn't just about sex. It's deeply intertwined with your identity, your sense of self. It's about feeling strong, capable, desired, and vibrantly alive. Crossing into your 60s, 70s, or beyond doesn't mean this core part of you vanishes. It evolves, it matures, but the need for connection, intimacy, and feeling like a capable man remains profoundly important. When we talk about folic acid, testosterone, nitric oxide, or blood flow, we're not just discussing cold biology. We're talking about restoring self-worth. We're talking about reconnecting with your partner on a level that's both physical and deeply emotional. It's about the unspoken look in your partner's eyes when they sense you are fully present again, confident, engaged, capable. It's about how you carry yourself in the world when you know your body is working with you, not against you. It's about shedding the cloak of resignation and stepping back into your own strength. That is why this matters. It's not merely about achieving an erection. It's about reclaiming your presence, your vitality, and your right to feel fully alive and connected in your own skin during these precious years. Understanding this deeper emotional and psychological dimension makes the practical steps feel less like a chore and more like an act of self-respect. And the journey back starts with a simple, powerful choice. 9 final thoughts. Your next step starts today, yes, right now. One of the most pervasive and frankly damaging misconceptions I hear from men over 60 is a quiet resignation. It's too late. Too late to feel strong again. Too late to reclaim intimacy. Too late to make meaningful changes. As Dr. David Lee, and as someone who has walked this path alongside countless men witnessing incredible transformations, I'm here to tell you emphatically, it is never, ever too late. Your body possesses an incredible capacity to respond, to heal, to regain function when given the right support. It still listens. It still has the potential to surprise you. You don't need to overhaul your entire existence overnight. You don't need to chase some impossible, youthful version of yourself from decades past. What you do need is consistency. One small, positive decision made today, choosing a leafy green salad, taking your B vitamin supplement, opting for a brisk walk instead of the recliner. These are the seeds of real, lasting change. They accumulate, they compound. Folic acid might seem like a small thing, a simple vitamin, but inside your body, it's doing the heavy lifting of a vital repair crew. Protecting your delicate blood vessels from silent damage, boosting the essential molecule, nitric oxide, that powers erections, supporting your cellular energy factories, and safeguarding your brain and heart. It's a foundational piece in reclaiming something deeply personal, your innate vitality. I've watched men who felt utterly finished, who had resigned themselves to a diminished life, rediscover a spark they hadn't felt in decades. Not because they found a fountain of youth, but because they gave their bodies the fundamental nutritional support they needed to function optimally right now. That's the true goal. Not turning back the clock, but honoring your years by living them fully, vibrantly, and with confidence. So, if anything in this discussion has spoken to you, let it be this: you don't have to settle. Your best, most fulfilling days can absolutely still lie ahead. The journey back to feeling like yourself, strong, capable, intimately connected, begins with a single choice. A small, deliberate step forward. And the absolute best time to take that step is now. Take that step today. Talk to your doctor about your folic acid levels and homocysteine. Start incorporating folate-rich foods. Consider a high-quality B-complex. Your future vitality is worth it. If you found this deep dive into men's health after 60 valuable, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. We're dedicated to providing science-backed, practical guidance to help you live your strongest, healthiest life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. New insights and strategies are shared regularly. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Here's to your health and vitality.